All right, it's almost end of 2024, and I want to look back at some of the stuff that happened this year. So let's do that together. We got a bunch of events.
AI.
A year of the Sparkle. Vision Pro. That was January. AI wearables.
You're holding a taco.
New EVs.
The Robison is...
Smart glasses.
This is kind of getting creepy, I'm not gonna lie.
But we also didn't make videos for everything. So we're going to bring in our staff to tell you what their 2024 highlights were.
For me, the gadget of the year is these. The Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses. They technically launched late in 2023, but 2024 was their year. Even as Apple shipped Vision Pro, Snap updated the spectacles, and Meta shipped its own new Quest headsets, all any of those things did was prove how right Meta got these. They're great as a pair of headphones, they have a terrific microphone in the nose, and they're a delightful hands-free camera. Most importantly, they look like glasses. They're not a ridiculous space helmet. For those reasons alone, these were already the best smart glasses out there. But then this year, they also got Meta AI, which is a built-in assistant that can answer questions and help you with stuff and even see through the camera to look at the world the way that you do. It can help you identify things or translate text and even get around. Everybody, is trying to build smart glasses that look good and work well, and most importantly, are actually useful enough that you might put them on your face. Meta already did that. And in 2024, all these smart glasses did was pull further ahead.
Is that right? Okay, look. I know Google's AI overviews told us to put glue on our pizza, and OpenAI and Perplexity are both getting sued to death over copyright infringement, and there's much uncertainty about how AI-powered search is going to impact the bottom line of newsrooms. Still, I don't think it's going anywhere, and I also found it incredibly useful this year. I do so much Googling for my job. The simple fact that a chatbot can allow me to ask complex, compound questions and follow up so quickly is really helpful. ChatGPT's web search engine was a standout for me. It delivered me the information I needed quickly, and then I was able to go read the articles it cited. This was important when I dug into how Trump's proposed tariffs may impact AI, all the stories behind Anthropic's computer use, and who is still married from Love is Blind, even though it keeps messing that one up.
Can you fact check it?
Let's see at first. All of these couples are correct, but it's oddly not a full list. That's useless. Then I just have to go to one of these websites and see their lists, and more reliably just go to their Instagram and stalk them and see, which is way more work. I just want to know. There is much to hate about it, and I get it. If it can ever be done right and ethically, though, it is a powerful and useful tool.
Americans need more affordable EVs, and this year they finally started getting some decent options. Chief among them is the Chevy Equinox EV, a mid-$30,000 compact SUV with solid tech and plenty of range. And with tax credits, that price comes down to $27,000 for some trims. Sure, it's an Equinox, which doesn't exactly inspire the same devotion as the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4, but it's clear that Chevy has a hit on its hands, selling nearly 10,000 units in its first quarter of sales. More importantly, the Equinox EV is part of GM's big experiment to get rid of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, using a Google-based system instead that is more deeply integrated with the vehicle's functions. Now, I tested the Equinox EV for over a week, and I can say that it almost made me forget about CarPlay. The UX was really good, even great at times, until I realized that this was also a play to collect more of my data. Still, it wasn't a total deal breaker, and that alone makes the Equinox EV worthy of your consideration.
It's bloody gorgeous. That's really all you need to know about the 4th Gen Nest Learning Thermostat. Looks matter in the smart home, and Google nailed it with this one. They took everything I've loved about the Nest Learning Thermostat for 10 years and made it better. With one exception. It's bigger, but sleeker. Prettier, but more useful. I love the dynamic Farsight and its subtle graphics that tell me at a glance what the weather's like, combined with improved customization that show me the time and date too. This has been super helpful when dashing between my kids' bedrooms in the morning, getting them ready for school. The smarts are all still here too, only now the thermostat gives you a heads up when it's using its AI learning features that adjust your climate based on your movements and patterns, which is nice. In a year where it felt like the smart home was getting just too complicated, the Nest Learning Thermostat epitomizes everything a great smart home gadget should be. Intelligent, good-looking, and easy to use. Plus, it now works with Matter, which means I can finally add it to Apple Home. My only disappointment is that Google ditched Thread from this version, a version of which had been on all the previous learning models. It would have been a nice touch to have the thermostat also help form a stronger IoT network in my smart home. But clearly, I can't have everything.
I think the breakout hit of the year is a piece of sweet, sweet hardware. It's the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Phone makers want us to think 2024 was all about AI and software. And they're wrong. It was about hardware. I love this phone. It is so nice. That's the first thing I thought when I picked it up for the first time. And it's just lighter and slimmer and shaped better than the first Pixel Fold. On the one hand, we had the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5, which is kind of remote control shaped. And then we had the original Pixel Fold, which was shaped like a passport, more or less. This feels like it's right down the middle, and it is ideal. Now, this is going to sound backwards, but the best thing about this folding phone is that it just feels like a normal phone when you're using it. When I have it closed and I'm using the cover screen, it's so light that I forget I'm using a folding phone. You still have that inner screen when you want it, and the inner screen is very nice. But you don't have to make this big sacrifice to have the big screen when you want it. That is crucial because that's how you use this phone most of the time. You don't have to make a huge sacrifice to have the big inner screen. And I love the inner screen. I like opening it up and playing my little games. But at the end of the day, when you close it, it just feels really nice. And that rules.
It was kind of a boring year for smartwatches, so I spent a good chunk of 2024 testing smart rings. The Oura Ring 4 was the best of the lot, and I know a lot of people hate that it has a subscription, and I totally get it. But as far as smart rings go, this has the smoothest overall experience. The hardware has been redesigned to be more accurate with recessed sensors, battery life is improved so you're reliably getting about a week's worth on a charge. The app's also been overhauled, so all that data is not so cluttered anymore. Another plus is expanded automatic activity detection. The other rings I tested either had syncing issues, or the data was iffy, or it just presented in a really jumbled way. What I really felt with the Oura Ring 4 was, oh, this is a product made by people with a lot of experience, and that experience shows. Case in point, this is on its 4th gen ring, while everything else on my fingers is either 1st gen or just launched a 2nd gen. That said, I also felt like two competitors gave Oura a run for its money. Samsung's Galaxy Ring absolutely nailed it with the hardware, and the Ultra Human Ring Air came in pretty close in terms of overall software. So yes, Oura's still on top for now, but there are some neat ideas brewing in the smart ring space, and I'm excited to see where it's all going.
Once upon a time, people distrusted OLED screens, fearing burn-in and excessive battery draw. But slowly, surely, they've become the best displays in existence, appearing in every premium phone, many a laptop, and most of the hottest TVs. And 2024 is the year they cemented their overwhelming victory. This January, we were finally introduced to no-compromise OLED desktop computer monitors with both the speed for competitive gaming and the deep color of OLED. And we named the 32-inch 240 Hz 4K resolution Alienware AW3225QF, one of our best in show at CES 2024. I've been using it ever since for both work and play, and it's one of the first OLEDs I've ever used that feels ready for an always-on Windows desktop. Unlike an OLED monitor I used last year, or the OLED TV I used before that, I've never had to think about burn-in or been distracted by overzealous auto-dimming features. And it's just one of a wave of screens using brighter, longer-lasting Samsung and LG panels, many of which now come with burn-in warranties. I also spent a big chunk of this year using the Steam Deck OLED, and long-term tests have shown not only are burn-in fears overblown, OLED isn't the battery life culprit we once thought.
All right. Okay, so my pick is the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, and it might even make me leave the GoPro ecosystem altogether. There are many things that I like about the new GoPro camera, especially just as an action camera for skiing, snowboarding, and sports in general. But I've been using the Osmo Action Pro in tandem this year, and there are so many things that I like about it as well. The build quality is really good, the OLED screen on the front and the back, there's built-in storage, there's incredibly good battery life, bigger sensor also allows for better low light, and it's compatible with other DJI products like the Mic 2. In all of these aspects, it is just a much more reliable little action camera. The thing that is keeping me in the GoPro ecosystem is its subscription package. Uploading footage when charging a battery is a fantastic feature if your internet speeds allow it. But it feels like every other company, including Insta360 with the new Ace Pro 2, which I haven't had a chance to review yet, are just working on pushing the limits of what action cameras are capable of doing. Okay, so those are our 2024 picks, and we probably missed something. So let us know down below if you had a favorite event, happening, story, gadget, whatever you want, down in the comments. Our next video is going to be looking into the future. So we're going to be talking about 2025 predictions, so stay tuned for that one.